And welcome back, everyone, on the Decod3rs channels. Tonight, exclusive Saturday streams. Guys, I usually never streams on Saturdays, but I do that for you. I do that for you and for the CETS community, because you're legends and the community is OGs, and we love you so much that we can do that for you, bro. But welcome, everyone. Welcome, Mitchell. Welcome, BG. And welcome back, Shawn. Thank you so much for being here. It's such a pleasure to have you back on the channel.
Oh, that's good to catch up.
Yeah, exactly. And Oni, same thing for you, bro. Happy to see you on the channel. Hope you guys doing, because you're killing it on the timeline, on the CETS community. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's get it.
Exactly. So, how have you been? How have you guys doing since last stream?
This last stream, yeah, it's been a crazy week. We did a ton of stuff this week at CETS.
Yeah,
true. We reduced royalties to 1% on Marketplace. We got the Magic Eden Diamond boost. We launched long-term staking, so people can lock up for 3, 6, or 12 months, get a bunch of rewards. We've got staking prizes. Announced NFT NYC events that are coming.
Nice.
There's some anons in the community that dropped a thick meme coin called Cock. So we're having fun. We're having fun with that. Everyone who staked got some fat cock. It's 2 hands required.
Cool.
Yeah, it's just tons of fun. It's been good. Vibes are back. People are having fun. We got verified as an Oregon X. Yeah. So we're legit with the gold check mark.
Finally.
Oh, yeah.
That's a big week.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
How long does that take it? Because I did that. How long does it take to get verified?
So
24.
It's supposed to take not long. We applied, got approved hours later. I heard from another founder in the space that they've been waiting for 6 months.
What the fuck?
Yeah. So I don't know what's going on there, but yeah, that's savage. Yeah.
Fair enough. And honey, what's your cock size bag?
I think, hold on, cock allocation was at least like $1 billion.
At a huge cock size.
It's a lot of cock. It's thick.
That's a lot of cock.
I like to take a lot of cock sometimes, you know.
Yeah. I knew that. That makes sense. Okay, so can we come back just from everything, for the Decod3rs community that are not aware of what happened for the last few months for the CETS community? Basically, so Shawn, you become CEO, right?
Yeah, CEO. I mean, I'm leading the project, whatever the title.
Yes, you are the leader.
Yeah, Chief Boomer. Cool. Chief Boomer.
Nice.
Yeah.
How was takeover, the transition?
Yeah, I can talk through that. So I was in CETS in the early days. Had a lot of CETS. Loved the community. Vibes were great. They struck lightning in a bottle. Tons of fun. Obviously, didn't work out so great. There's a group of day one OGs, effectively, that's approached Pablo and Gustavo to acquire the IP, get permissions for the collection, basically just take over the whole thing, take over the server, get the website, all of it. They were able to get a deal done, basically a handshake deal for no cash. Pablo just sort of turned everything over that was left. And they then set up a syndicate, which is a quasi DAO structure. So it's not on-chain voting. There are some voting mechanisms and some simple bylaws. And part of that was to eventually put in place an executive team. So then I was aware that was coming. I rejoined CETS, swept 100, didn't plan on doing what I'm doing now. Just wanted to support. And then
good now.
Yeah, now a community member, right? Community member.
Oh,
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So then I became a community member again, and just kind of liked what was happening, wanted to be more involved, was super interested in rebuilding and reviving the IP and the vibes and the rest of it. So then they had an election process, started with the CEO election, was voted in for that. And then we had elections for chief marketing, which is Honey, chief community, which is Peachy, chief operations, which is Scott or Bill. And then we had an empty role for our tech lead, our CTO, and we brought back DGen Dev, who was the original tech lead for the project.
Nice.
Yeah, so it went really well. And then we've been building sort of for 4 months, bootstrapping. We had nothing in the treasury, no CETS, no SOL. We got up to like 80K in the treasury. We've got 80 CETS now in the treasury, which is great. So we're making good progress. And we brought back Spud, who's the artist who did the original art. He's goated. Like he's unbelievably talented. He's back on our team. And then just kind of like building the foundation to like kickstart this thing. Obviously, though, like the market's been fucking terrible. Like everything is bleeding. Nobody wants to buy NFTs. So like taking a pretty long-term view of this, but I think like it's working. Like the indicators show us that we're making progress. People are having fun. We're onboarding. We've onboarded like an enormous amount of people over the past 3 months, which has been fantastic.
And Honey, did you vote for Shawn as a CEO?
I actually ran against him at the time.
Oh shit! True.
Yeah. That was fun.
Jesus.
That was fun. No, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. And because I saw like the tweet that you shared a couple of months ago. I have it here, but like with the vision and stuff, like after your election, I like that to execute that tweet. I'm gonna share it quickly. Put it back up. Tag that was like after or before. It was after, right? Because it's one of your tweet. So yeah, like the whole focusing on content creation, like creators, what Foxy have done for traders. That's pretty cool. That's pretty interesting. Like, and that's what you put in place in the last few months too, right? And again, like what you did with like the CETS treasury and like the MM and stuff, that's pretty smart. I'm gonna steal that move, bro.
Yeah, the AMM right now is critical. You gotta protect the floor.
No, 100%.
Yeah, man. The vision. Do you want me to talk through that, or what is that?
Sorry, I didn't ask you a question. But like, that's part, of the fundamentals of like the communities and stuff. And because like I remember like when we did the stream with like Pablo and stuff. Like after that, I joined the community about my cat and stuff. And like the welcome craziness of like that's basically the biggest asset of the CETS community, right? Like where you have a bunch of teaching like on Discord community stuff, and that take you to execute that vision and know that people have voted for you, you won the election, blah, blah, blah. You know that your community is following you and can like gather behind you and execute what you want to execute. So that's pretty dope. Because, Like, do you feel like, no, go for it.
Well, so the vision's definitely longer term. Like, I think what I see happening in a lot of projects, everybody's recognized that you need engagement, and like creators drive engagement. They add value to the IP. They make it fun to be a holder. They give people something to get excited about, experiences. They pump dopamine into the community. Like your communities live and die on creators. And so I think that there's like, nobody has really solved for incentive alignment between incentive alignment and opportunities for creators. There's lots of things creators can do for the communities, but at some point, everybody here is here to make money. So I don't think any project has solved properly for incentive alignment and opportunities, and that's kind of the long-term vision. So when I was talking about Foxy, and about doing for creators what they did for traders, they solved for speed, security, and cost for traders, and those are the three big pillars. And if you're a trader and you're like, that's what you care about. Nobody trades anywhere else except using Foxy because it's just not safe. And so that's the idea. We have taken small steps in that direction, but mostly what we've done to this point is just laying the foundation so that as we drive further launches, products and experiences, it'll always reward people who have long-term staked.
Yeah.
And like we didn't come up with that idea. Like Genuine and Tarp at Geckos were the first in the space, I think, to roll out long-term staking. It's been massive for their community. Like it kind of weeds out people who are not really interested in being part of the community, not interested in the brand, and are looking to trade because, and there's nothing wrong with traders. Every community needs traders. Like it makes it fun to be in NFTs, but I just think like the positives for that are really, really helpful when we're moving in that direction.
Yeah.
So like we had this big week. We've got some stuff coming for NFT NYC that we're pretty excited about. We think it's going to be a lot of fun for the community, both for the people who attend and just for like the whole community. And then everything that happens after that is building towards creators, building for creators. Yeah.
Okay, so I guess we're gonna see you more often on this channel.
Yeah.
And honey, did you see a shift like between now and then, like between after the transition and like the vibes in the community or even on the timeline that massively changed since everything that you started a couple of months ago?
Yeah, I think overall we see more content and more people just excited for everything that we're doing. And I think part of the work that we're doing internally is working specifically too with a group of creative internally called peddlers, who are our creative people. They're just the people who just love everything that we do. Here are the content creators who make graphics, who make videos, who edit, who have all that technical skill that we want to encourage and incentivize, right? So we do a lot of prompting and shit internally where I'm just like, yo, here's like the theme of the week, make a shit ton of content, and then we tweet about it, we retweet it, you know, we encourage them to keep doing it, and we pay them too. We do like bounty systems. And we do this to like just get them, you know, so people just keep seeing us on the timeline, right? Like right now we have Cock like showing up on the timeline, but it's like we have that meme going on with the community-led token, but we're like, okay, let's work with the peddlers too. Let's get them to like pump out and make this more fun for everyone. So the timelines have been great. The peddlers have been very happy. We're getting more and more people, more creative people coming in. So overall, it's been honestly the sentiment and everything. The analytics too are saying that, you know, everything's going up for us in terms of that. So it's showing the numbers are there too.
Nice.
Yeah, I would just add to that, like the building for creators is not the end goal for us. Like I think what Luca has done for penguins like Pudgies has validated for every IP project, every project that has strong like IP, good branding, that there's a path to non-Web3 adoption and revenue. And so for us, like the reason that we want to bring creators in and the opportunities we want to provide for them is for us to share in the motion where we create products for non-Web3 audiences, blow that the fuck up, reverse onboard people into the community, and make the core of the community like the people who are super down with CETS. They want to be a part of this. And the other part too is that like creative people create culture. They listen to the best music, they dress better, like everything. And the rest of people, like the rest of the ecosystem might not care as much about being around those people because they're just kind of nerds on the internet. But the people we want to reverse onboard to CETS will, because they want to be in an artistic community with other creatives and musicians and videographers and like fashion designers and whatever. That's sort of like the bigger vision for this. Yeah.
And how do you see that and executing on that vision? Because like, okay, so for example, Pudgy, they have like their Instagram account, and they have the plushies and like Pudgy World, etc. How do you envision that for CETS?
Let's save that for the next podcast. Although Honey could talk about the Instagram and TikTok stuff.
Okay.
Like we're setting that up now as groundwork, but yeah, I don't want to publish our whole roadmap.
Okay. Yeah, in terms of the Pudgy
that was
playbook,
a good question then.
yeah.
The Pudgy playbook is really like they spend a lot of ad money in Instagrams, but they started off doing Jiffy, right? And they pump out a shit ton of GIFs. And now, like, even my mom has sent me a fucking Pudgy penguin once, like as a sticker meme. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck? And that's kind of similar to the same playbook that we're gonna do. So we already have like 50 mil impressions in terms of like just some of the GIFs and stuff that we're doing. So we have the peddlers internally, like these creative people creating this content for us, so we can go into the mainstream, start doing these things. And that's our goal, is to now expand that into Instagram, like we're saying, and also TikTok, creating content, repurposing a lot of the high quality content. Like, I don't know if you saw the latest motion comic that we did, taking that up, breaking it up into like little segments, into little shorts. And now we can repurpose that on TikTok, right? And then pump it up with ads and whatnot. And then hopefully get some sponsors, like also some of the merch that we do. And all the numbers, like it's social proof that we can do to grab more sponsors, start getting a business out of it, and kind of scale this out.
That's maybe a good vertical to go, because so like with all like Pudgy Penguins, like flipping Bored Ape, like I kind of catch up with what they've built, and there is like one guy in the community like Pengzu, who like also like doing like analytics for analyze that like project and stuff, and he made a piece of content about Pudgy, and like the Instagram took off when they first take off like the fact that there are an NFT collection. Like they just push that word away out of the Instagram bio and make like funny shit. And like, for example, for Walmart, he was telling me that when they announced partnership with Walmart on the Walmart US account, which has like 1.1 million followers, and they usually like make like 15,000 impressions, because no one gives a shit about tweeting about Walmart. When they announced Pudgy Penguins, they made like half a million impression. So they basically like 10x, like 20x, like the impression of Walmart, because they have the Web3 community to pump that shit in the whole ecosystem. And it could be a fucking playbook for Web3. Like do something Web2, and having these elevators and speed of like velocity, but with the Web3 degen that earn money with your project, but you get distributed in Web2 and take over internet everywhere.
Yeah, I think that the like Pudgy's unique, right? Like Luca's gifted,
100%.
right? Yeah, and so like we're not pretending that like we're Luca. I don't think I'm the second coming of Luca. I do think there's lots of different paths to success though. Yeah. And like the thing is that like Web 2 success doesn't translate into Web 3 interest. The reason the Web 2 success for Pudgy's translated into Web 3 success, in my opinion, is because Luca was able to do something that, like, I don't want to call it any projects that have been successful in Web 2 and not in Web 3, but he was able to do something unique in that he was still able to make it fucking cool and a flex to own a penguin in a way that, like, it added to it as opposed to a distraction where, like, you're not tacking on an NFT community to a Web 2 business. You're actually like galvanizing people. And I think, like, for us, that's why the focus for creators. And like, we're obviously like, we're not the family friendly IP or brand. We're hitting a completely different demographic. Yeah.
But you can target like the 4chan's nerds, right? Like that match the brand, right? Like the whole degen shit. Like you have enough trolling. Like if you can be the brains of the trolls on internet, this is infinite content.
Yeah, the Miladies or whatever, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, 100%. Bro, how do you plan to do that? Because like the execution, like it's good luck with that.
Yeah, man. I mean, nothing's easy. Execution. This is there's tons of execution risk. I've been building startups for a while. Like that part is like, we either do it or we don't. There's no middle ground, and I feel like when you're trying to like derug a project, why aim for like? I guess we had a town hall this week. Yeah, and we've got CETS, and like I love them, but they're hoping for a 10 soul floor or a 15 soul floor. Like that's great, but we're not investing all this time to derug a project to try and become like the 25th best project on Solana. What's the point? Everybody should be playing to win, and so that's the goal. Yeah.
That's definitely okay. That's I like that. It's cool.
Yeah,
it's really cool. Honey, how do you plan to take the ball? Like the pre-world
to take over? Honestly, just finding as many ridiculously crazy people as I can, and just executing on every crazy idea that we possibly can come up with. Like that's my thing. Is my goal is to get told no a million times by Shawn. Like, I just want to be like, that's a little too much. You're pushing the boundaries too much. Like, that's my goal most of the time. And finding the people who would want to help me do that, and the creators. And we have a lot of crazy people in the peddlers.
Yeah.
So I spend a lot of time just talking to them, encouraging them to be even more crazy. And you know, it is that milady like troll, like super 4chan, like super deep internet type of stuff. And I think a lot too of like Mischief. I don't know if you guys know that brand, but Mischief is one of my favorite brands because they just do crazy artistic stunts and like all this crazy merch and like funny products and whatnot. And it's all mysterious. It's all like viral stuff. And I think that's kind of like the essence and the culture of like how we build things and what we like.
Okay. That's interesting. And okay, so when you're talking about KPIs and numbers, so what KPIs do you track right now to evaluate and monitor the success of everything that you do?
So quite a few. I mean, nothing that's probably surprising to anyone in NFTs, but we track floor price, volume, USD versus SOL, holder count, unique wallets, like kind of the standard stuff, trying to see like what's moving the needle. You can add to that now long-term staking. Are people choosing 12 months, 6 months, 3 months? And then on socials, Honey owns that with Peachy. So maybe you can chat that.
Yeah, for that we track the typical stuff, right? Like likes, retweets, just overall engagement on posts, impressions, typical stuff like that. And that's across most channels. And then Jiffy, of course, like how many impressions we're getting that, and we're getting millions on that one, which is pretty dope. And we keep pumping out more GIFs, which is awesome. So that's also another thing, is like the amount of content that we produce is something that I track. So you know, whether it's GIFs or whether it's like graphics or whether it's videos, and trying to see also like, you know, between those, which is the best performing, right? And I analyze these are the peddlers too. I kind of track them internally for myself. Like I track each peddler. I'm like, who produces the most? Let me incentivize them even more, because it seems like they're down to like keep working and doing stuff and help out. So yeah, I mean, I think that's the core of everything that we do here.
Yeah. Like, so yeah, just like when we're launching new things, basically every Tuesday we do sort of a reset on how the metrics have been impacted. It's interesting because we just went through our first real launch with a new staking platform, motion comic, a bunch of events, town hall, like just a ton of stuff. And not surprisingly, like everything's up and to the right except floor price, which is, but like the whole market's bleeding. So I track 17 projects on Sol to see how we're performing. It's interesting because like, you know, I'd be lying to say like we put in tons of work hoping to move the floor, get more people locked up. We saw lots of participation in the staking, which is great. We basically held our floor price while everybody bled off like pretty sizable percentages, which is like, it's okay, I suppose. It's like one measure to look at, but I think at the end of the day, like the most important metric for us is always going to be floor price. It's the thing. It's tough to like choose something because that's the thing holders care about. And if you're not trying to add value to your community in the way that they care about it, like you're missing it. So
I didn't move even with like the collocation.
So it did move, but then obviously like Sol ripped. Whatever. Sol ripped, and we all know how Solana works. So yeah. It is what it is. Yeah. Okay,
so you want to see us Sol at $8 again? I see you.
No, I want to see Sol at $1,000. I want to see Sol at $1,000.
Yeah. 1,000. You think?
Just so you have max pain,
bro. Like if it reached $1,000, no.
Not manifest.
Yeah.
But I haven't half of it, like 500. It's pain.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. I will not be a portfolio manager anytime soon, so that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, let's talk about like the Coq because that's definitely interesting. So it's a community stunt, right? Like it's like you tweeted about it. This is not a CETS token launched by add-on in the community. So it's got a fat allocation, first allocation, and we want to have fun, etc., etc. But like, yeah, that's definitely interesting. Like, is that like not an attempt, but like a way for holders like to push their own collection and to launch cool thing, then like give it to cats? Is that what's happening?
So yeah, this is a bit of a like, yes, that is true. If holders are trying to do stuff that adds value to CETS and the team trusts them or knows them and believes that it's like in good faith, we're going to support them. This is definitely that. So like, yeah, like it's fun, right? Like the meme's just hilarious, and it's supposed to be about vibes. I don't like it. Some people are taking it too seriously, but yeah, hopefully it moons, everybody eats, and we see how it goes. Yeah.
I think there is something like, with like what we saw with, I haven't Mad Labs pumping to Valhalla because they get every airdrop on Earth, right? That could be a huge meta for NFTs collection, like to have, a run. No?
I think it is. I don't know. I'm not convinced on that. So maybe this is like a hot take. I think that it's the meta right now.
It could last 2 weeks.
With the reason it's the meta now, and like the reason that some projects are crushing and printing off this is because they were building when it wasn't the meta. Like they saw a trend coming and built towards it. I think if you're pivoting now and you're trying to catch a trend, you're fucked. And like going back to Luca, when he was building towards the vision, it was not the meta. Nobody else was doing that. Everybody thought IP projects were a joke and would fail until now they don't. And like, I think like the path to deliver that is still incredibly challenging. And that's why it's like, we haven't seen the second Penguins, and we might not for some time, because the execution risk is fucking huge, right? Planos is probably the closest thing. Yeah. I
know 1%. I think it could be the survivor bias, right? Like by default, all of the IP failed, but Pudgy Penguin succeed.
Yeah. But that's not unusual for startups. Most startups fail.
100%. Yeah. Like how many Airbnbs, Facebook, what the fuck you want, Twitter? How many Twitter clones have been launched before Twitter and never took off, right? Like business start. That's why I like, bro. That's why I like to talk about startups in Web3 companies and project, because it's like startups, Web2 startups. 10 times harder, 10 times faster, 10 times everything. It makes sense. When you get the mindset of Web2 startups, Web3 makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. It's power laws. Yeah.
100%. Okay, so like the cock shot looks good, bro. Like, like we love cocks.
do you have some?
What?
Do you have any?
No, so I have to. Okay, you're not going to like me. I think when Pablo announced that he's going away, I think I sold my cats.
Get out of here.
So I have to enter back the community. Because I was looking for it. You told me like in the DMs, like to stack my cats. I was looking for it. I was going through my wallet, and I didn't find it. So what the fuck was it? And bro, it was on Magic Eden listings. So I fucked up.
Yo, have you checked out the website for the cocks?
The website of cock.
Yeah, you gotta pull it up.
You have to play it.
Cockthecoin.com.
Yeah. Okay, because I don't want to type that in Google, bro.
You don't want what, sorry?
I don't want to type coins on Google on stream.
It's just COC, not
Yeah. Okay. COC coins. Yes. I have it. Okay. Cool.
You gotta play it on stream.
Telegram. What?
No, it's so COC.
Yeah, like coin. So I have that's right.
Yeah, but that's not the website.
Yes. Okay. And .com.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go. Okay. Okay.
Hit the stroke me. Keep doing it. It's like keep spamming it.
Oh, that's cool. I love it. Okay, that's cool. Where is it? Why was the button moved? Okay, let's go. Okay. Oh, that's dope. You can sound the price, but I want to do that again. Okay, I'm gonna drop the link, the website. Okay. Bro, okay. So you have your NFT collection. Now you have a community launch token that is even easily memeable. You are like squaring the memes. I think it's cool because again, you can put that stuff everywhere on the timeline, and then like brain recognition and stuff.
Yeah, we don't have the playbook. Nobody does, right? Just trying to figure it out and like see how we get to the vision. But yeah, man, go back, Cat. We need you. We need you in the crack house. Yeah.
Okay. I did that last stream. I can do it again because I think it's at my self-price anyway. So yeah, I can re-enter. Definitely can do that. Okay, let me put that on my to-do list. Before.
All right.
Yes.
I'm gonna DM you every day until I see you in the crack house.
Don't worry. I did it last time. I will do it again. I mean, it's recorded. That's what we do. Bye, cats. Oh, yeah. Okay. Say it, but I will understand. Okay, it's cool. I will be back in the chat. Because, bro, like usually, like derug a project is so fucking hard that it was like 4 months, 5 months ago. I don't know why I sold the cat, but yeah, I feel like okay, this is going away. It's gonna be hard. Like let's sell at 3 until it's going to 0.3, right? So, but
it is fucking hard. Like the derugs are crazy. We've been fortunate, like in terms of because CETS exploded and people had so much fun in the early days. I think people are cheering for CETS. Like we've had support from DKS and Geckos, Cyber Frogs. Like just lots of people are willing to give time. Like I'm new at this. I've not been a builder in Web3. I've been a builder in Web2 for a long time, and so you know, we've had a good reception, a lot of support, communities behind it. Feeling good.
Yeah. Where do you see the similarity between Web2 and Web3? Like, can you run a Web3 project like a Web2 startup?
No, not at all. Like there's like fundamental like execution stuff that's really valuable if you've been a builder in Web2 and you've been an operator. Obviously, like I'm older than most people leading projects in this space, so I've just built more. Yeah, I've just built more companies. So like, but in terms of like the difference, fuck no. Like customers in Web2 aren't showing up in your server daily to complain that you didn't make them rich yet. You know, like the whole like the community aspect, also like the memes, the sort of the culture of Web3 is so immersive and different that if you think that you could just like bring a Web2 playbook into Web3, you're fucked. Like
it's not enough. Yeah.
No, definitely not. Like you need to be able to like galvanize and activate a community to believe in something, because at the end of the day, you know, I'll borrow something from Frank here. These are just cartoons on the internet.
Yeah,
and they're only
internet magic money.
Yeah, they're only worth something because we all have this social contract and agree that they're worth something. And so like that only works so long as everybody is having fun. And the primary goal of Web2 is not for your customers to have fun. It is to be a profitable business, and you execute towards that. Web3 is very different, even though like the stakeholder setup is different. But at the end of the day, like if you're not a community builder, you're gonna struggle in Web3. Yeah. I think like primarily you need to be a community builder.
But like, okay, so yeah, like 100%, like the fundamental of Web2 are not enough in Web3, but in a way, like it's hard for Web3. I think, or at least I believe that if your Web3 project doesn't have like a Web2 understanding and like basics, you're fucking going nowhere, and you're iterating shit on shit, and then like 3 months after you're just gone because like you are launching your like fifth collections, and because and you have like 24 tokens, like it's crazy.
I think the operational side, anyone who's built stuff in Web2 before, I think has an advantage, but it's not enough on its own. You have to be a community builder.
100%. Honey, like from your point of view, like what like a new holders will get out of like the cats community vibes? Like, I also like, what's the best holders from your perspective? Let's do it both way. What's in for the newcomers, and what do you expect for the newcomers in the community?
What did they get? Let's see. I mean, the cliche is obviously saying community, saying, but then also internally, in that our job is to curate and bring in the best people that we can, and that's something that we're working on now, right? It's like even calling out some of the assholes who just like bring down the vibes, who just like are just negative, and be like, all right, you guys contribute absolutely jack shit, like you can fuck off, like I don't give a fuck, like floor your cats, leave. And we really
I like this energy. Yeah,
it's
good energy.
It's like you just want to get rid of those people, and I think a lot of people are realizing it because it is community, right? You have one bad apple can really like just manifest and like start contaminating everyone else. So it is that, and we want to curate and have the best quality people that we can, the people who really want to contribute and really want to put in, you know, who care about the brand, and to give and to help them out. I mean, we help like lead them creatively. You know, we give them assets we create a bunch of assets to like make sure they can learn. We're trying to get more tools, partnerships, like all these things. And I mean, half of the time is like get them paid too, right? Make sure that we make money that we can get back to them and be like, here you go. Like, thank you for like contributing and building with us, and working with us basically. And I think we're going to see, you kind of see that with every project. Like it's this internet web community business type, like Suedo, like this whole giant conglomerate, like combination of things. And I honestly think it's inevitable as to like the way it's going to function. We see it with DeCod3rs, we see it with Pudgy, we see it here, we see it with like every top 10 NFT project. They're like, here's a DAO, blah, blah, blah. Like it's this, they're all going to get to this point where it's the system of we work with the community. We kind of like curate, but they do a lot of the work. They're the marketing arm, they're the operations arm, and we help pay them, right? Like it's this whole kind of funnel.
Oh, 100%. And like like in a way, like I had a take like about in Web3 too, like it's you build your echo chamber, and in a way you want to stay in, and let the world perceive that this echo chamber is comfy, and then they want to join. And if they don't like accept your values that you build inside the community, fuck them. Exactly. You know, it could be like one of the few industry where like the growth at all costs, it's not that. Because again, like you want to grow, you want to grow, etc. Like, but bridging the Web2 gap, I don't really believe in that. But like, if you want to grow, first you have to be top 1 on your chain. Like you have a top 10, or like you have to be big on your chain, and then you grow on another chain, and then you take the lead here, and then you grow like that. Not fucking talk. I mean, again, it's completely the opposite of what you explained with like the GIF and the Instagram and TikTok and stuff. But like the Web3 growth come inside the Web3 communities and transverse like everything, you know, because again, you're not going to explain, oh yeah, you need to install Phantom to get your soul and blah, blah, blah. You're not bringing new people like that, but you can grow from inside Web3 and build your, stay in the echo chamber.
Yeah, I think I agree with most of that. I think it's a mistake. Yeah, so I actually, well, I do, like, I agree that the core audience that you're trying to speak to in Web3 are the degens that are on Twitter. Like all of us, you know, if you can't speak that language, you're fucked. And if you can't win over that audience, you're not growing.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think the way to win over that audience is ironically building a credible like story or use case for a non-Web3 audience.
Yeah.
Or being mad lads and building like outrageous technical products. So like you've got two paths. If you can execute and build protocols, software, and whatever that the ecosystem loves, you can win over the ecosystem. It's just not enough to like speak the language of the ecosystem. There's too much noise, too many things for people to get distracted by, in my opinion, and it's too competitive. And I think that like that's what I saw happen with DeCod3rs versus Pudgies. So, you know, in fact, like go back a year in time and DeGods are trading at, we'll call it 9 or 8 ETH, and
Mm-hmm.
Pudgy's trading at 3 or 4 ETH,
Mm.
right? And they had very different strategies. Frank was going all out on winning over Web3 native audiences.
Yeah.
And Luca took a longer view of things and was going after a Web2 product launch strategy, partnerships, a whole brand IP universe. And he ended up winning over the entire Web3 audience without making that the core thing that he was trying to achieve. And like that, of course, was the core thing he was trying to achieve, but he didn't do it by focusing on that group first.
Well, is that not like the speculation around the token that puts Pudgy into like the current price action?
100%. But what's the value prop for the token? Like, why would that be credibly valuable?
Price go up.
No, totally. But the ability to even launch that and like get the hype around it is in part the revenue that's coming from non-Web3 that makes it believable. Okay. Because like an empty war chest, we can launch I could say today that CETS is launching a token. It's not going to have the same impact. But if we did 6 million in revenue, and I said we're launching a token, floor price fucking moons. That's the way I see the pieces coming together. Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. When are you going to get 6 million in revenue? What's the plan?
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's interesting. Okay, so you're saying like because they have Web2 revenue, people speculate that this revenue will somehow come back to the Web3 world, and then that's pumping your asset. Okay, so huge partnership on YouTube. Google is going to generate ads for us. So sweep the floor. Yeah, but that makes sense. That makes sense because you can always imagine like, buy a token, blah blah blah, and okay, that's cool. Okay, that makes sense. That's
yeah.
And I was just gonna say it's the like people buy these assets and immediately think they're the stakeholders, right? Like similar to what Shawn was mentioning earlier. So like that's the belief, right? So the moment they're making money outside, they're like, oh, I'm an owner. They're gonna give me back royalties somehow. They're gonna pay me back. Like they have this entitlement in that sense, and they believe it that way, and they act that way. That's why they're so demanding, and they're like, yo, pump my bags.
It's tricky because if it's not happening after 3 months, 6 months, then you lose your whole community, and then you're like in the shit.
It's like an underlying. It's like it's a constant underlying thing.
Yeah. No one solved that incentive alignment yet, right?
100%.
Like we all know that we're not shareholders in these projects, but we still expect the projects to be handing out money to us. Yeah.
But so that's exactly like for example for decoders, right? Like okay, I can like give reward and watch to earn works with like 500 people, holders and stuff like that. Like how do I solve that with like 1 million subscribers and everyone like getting like 0.0001 cent every hours, right? That's a problem for later. But like it's a huge issue for us. That's why like a 3,000 collection makes sense because then you have VIP and you have this Web2 subscription model. Then it makes sense, right? And I don't need to watch to earn everyone on the channel when I have 1 million subscribers. So please, everyone, subscribe to the channel. You're early and like the video. We need to get catch up by the algo. Do the job, please. But okay, that's pretty. I like it. Okay, so basically, you take inspiration from like other projects and put like the cat sauce on top of it, right? Like you also sugar.
That's definitely the case. Also, what do you say?
Oh, that's like the cherries on the cake, right? Like the cat's way. Exactly.
I mean, I think like there's a ton of really talented teams and founders in this and great communities in this space. It would be like pretty arrogant to think that you don't have to learn from what other people are doing or how they're executing. I think though, like if we're successful in doing this, it will because we will have successfully borrowed strategy from a lot of different projects and have some insights on how we can solve for some of the things that have been unsolved yet, which are like, how do you not just get creators in, how do you activate them properly? How do you get them opportunities properly? And how do you align incentives? I think we solve for those things. It'll speed up our ability to launch products into the Web2 space, and it'll change the narrative around not just CETS, but like what NFT projects could be.
But I mean, like every good founders do that. Like good founders are doing that, like getting how the market like is, and build a thesis around that and execute with like their own twist, and hopefully send their own trains on the market and get recognized for that. That's definitely something interesting. And like, what would you say that like the community, like the CETS community values are, and that people can't replicate from you, or like it's fucking hard that gives you an unfair advantage in a way?
So the community values that give us an unfair advantage, honestly, I think we're in the process of like reforming what it means to be a cat. Yeah. So like Honey was mentioning this earlier, I think probably every DRUG goes through this, where you've got tons of bag holders. Some of those bag holders are going to get excited and they're like bought into this new vision. We've seen that. We've seen, I want to say something like 15 to 20 community members who had 1 to 4 CETS become whales over the past 4 months. So they've been accumulating. We've onboarded about 25 people into the community who own 0 CETS, who have become whales. They believe in the vision and what we're trying to do. But obviously, like, there's still a contingent of what I call the down bad bitches in our community who need to get the fuck out. And like, it's savage to say that, but it's true, because when you're building a community and something like what Honey said, you can't have that toxicity just like permeating every day, people complaining. And so like, fortunately, the vast majority of the community loves this. And I think that like the underlying value of like what we're trying to communicate to people is that we have clarity on the vision, on like what the end state looks like. We don't have certainty on all the steps to get there, but we're going to fuck around and find out. And we're going to keep working at this. And if they want to be a part of that, like, CETS is going to be a great home for you. And we're going to do everything we can to create value for you.
Nice. Okay, I like it. Yeah. I mean, like, for example, for me, like if I like not if when I will buy a cat and then you push my content, that's valuable for me, bro. And I can be a cat creator, right?
Yes, that's correct. Yeah.
Okay, I like it. I like it. That's good. Let's fucking do it. Honey, how do you see like the CETS community going this year? Like, what would be even the goal in terms of community and stuff?
In terms of the goals, I really just want to get everyone significantly more organized, right? Like, that's one of the beautiful thing of community is that everyone has ideas. The bad part is that there's too many fucking ideas, and most of them people don't know how to execute and like organize it, or like maybe they don't have the resources, or they don't know how to like just get started. Maybe it's like, hey, I want to host a space and I want to host a show similar to you, right? Like on Twitter and shit, or on YouTube, and do these things. And I'm like, okay, let me help you set this up. Let me structure this for you so it makes sense. It's on brand, it's high quality, and we're making sure that all your content is key. Because I mean, I want to distribute your shit. You know what I mean? Like, that's the whole point of having our big Twitter account and doing all and growing these socials, is so we can distribute all the content creators' content. So my goal is really just to help them be like high quality, high level. Everything looks beautiful. Everything is high quality, and then just go crazy. Just pump out as much as possible.
Bro, do you want to have like a CETS show on the channel, and we can, because your orders are like kind of special, we can bring orders on the channel and have orders discussion and stuff. That could be cool. Or something like that. I'll show on the channel.
Yeah, I like it.
This kind, like, okay. Let's talk in the DMs after, and we can have a weekly, bi-weekly, whatever. But I'm okay. I'm buying a cat. Let's do that. Okay. That's cool. That's dope. By the way, we are also on Twitter live stream, at the same time. So see.
Gotta pump it.
Okay, let's go. Because like, bro, there is so many people like launching something, and then after 3 weeks, it's over. Like, they stopped it. Like, the consistency in like people doing something in Web3 is like,
so the bar is so low for that, but it's discipline,
100%.
right? Like, people don't have the habit of it. They get discouraged, right? Because and I noticed that when I work with people and I'm like, yeah, you can do it, man. It's like you have high quality content, just keep pumping it out. And then they're, okay, cool. They do it for like a week, and then they're like, fuck, like I'm getting 4 likes, blah blah blah. So like, my goal is to make you feel special, like to make all these creators feel special, and be like, yo, here's a community that is gonna rile behind you. Like you post something and CETS, but the beauty of CETS is, I think that's the unfair advantage of CETS is like they fucking engage with you like crazy. And they support you like crazy. So when you come in and you're a creator, and I just retweet from the CETS account, your shit just blows up. You know, you start getting like 50 to 100 likes on your first post, and before you were getting 0 to 1, right? So now you're gonna keep wanting to produce content, right? And you're gonna keep elevating it. And then you have a bunch of creative people who have done this professionally, who can come in and be like, okay, let me give you some pointers to make it even better, so you can keep improving, get outside of just this little circle, and go into bigger stuff. So like, cause that helps us. You grow, we grow. You know.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, like Web3 is really transactional in a way, but like at the same time, it's you and me, like we're getting something all together, but like both parties are getting something out. That's cool. I like that. That's cool. And yeah, that's dope. Okay, I'm excited. I have so many ideas right now. Let's fucking do it. Like, okay, we're gonna slowly wrap it. Okay, 10 minutes. We have time still. Do you want like something to recap everything that people need to know about like the communities and stuff, and like what do you expect them to do when they like buy the first cast out of the floor, so we can pump it and stuff? Like, how do you onboard? How do you onboard them?
Yeah, like if you buy a cat, go to the Twitter account, go to the X account, check out the link tree. It'll send you to, Discord or the website, staking link, stake it 12 months, join the Crack House, vibe, have fun. Like there's lots of documentation and history that people can read up on, but like the magic is actually getting into the community. There's no server in Web3 that blows up the way ours does when new people join. It goes absolutely crazy. Yeah, even still, like bizarre times a day doesn't matter. It goes crazy. Your phone will be exploding. Yeah, and then go buy your second cat and do it again and stake it. That's the flow.
That makes sense. That makes sense, bro.
Yeah.
And yeah, honey, what like if I buy the cat, like what should I do first?
If you bought a cat,
when
once you and everyone that's watching buys a cat, first thing you do is say just tag Shawn, just say when, and then go into the peddler's channel, open a ticket, and get some work done for your cat, get some content made for you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. So you get personalized GIF and stuff like that. GIF.
Yeah. If you stake for the 12 months, you get an IP pack from CETS. You get an annual merch drop. You get a bunch of discounts on merch. You get preference for airdrops and whitelists. So like, yeah, stake, go buy some cock and vibe. Yeah.
Fat cock.
Get a fat cock. Okay. That's cool. Okay. I can buy merch at a discount price that I can then use on streams to get like on branding point. That's cool. I love that. That's good. Okay. That's pretty cool. And yeah, do you see any trends like in this like upcoming market, in the bull market, that can impact NFT project in a way that not make or break, but like almost that can push you even further?
I spent a lot. I don't know. It's probably not an exciting answer. I spent a lot of time thinking about the downfall risks. Like, what's the downside risks that still exist? We're all in a tough spot right now with like the financialization of the tokenization, or like the shitcoin version of what NFTs has become. Collectors are, basically on the sidelines waiting to see like what happens. Marketplaces. Like I think like the best possible outcome for NFTs is if Magic Eden kills everybody. If they win the entire market share, because then the incentive, like the need to incentivize in this way for every marketplace isn't the same, and it allows builders and collectors and communities to like reform and start what was so magical in like 2021 and early 2022. And I think that like, so you're like, we're all kind of fighting against that current. It's tough to swim against it, and we're trying to find ways. And like, that's part of why we rolled out long-term staking, is we need to fight with better incentives than marketplaces. So if you want to be in a community, you're going to be rewarded for it. We're going to work like fucking hard to create value for the people that back us. But yeah, I think that's the unlock for every project. You have to find a way to be more attractive than the incentives on the marketplaces right now, which is a big ask.
Yeah, because basically, you get farm, and then like it kills the price discovery, and then like your community is not happy because you're not mooning, but you're not mooning because the marketplace is fucking you with point. Yeah, and I don't think it's over. Like Tensor, I put like some like a flag if your collection is getting washed straight to farm the point. So that's an interesting move.
Yeah.
Because, but it's kind of tricky because, okay, so project founders want you to hold your NFT, but the market wants to farm, like want the volume because that's what they get paid, right? How do you realign project founders and marketplace? Honey, do you have a take on that? Like, how do you fix marketplace?
No leaks.
Yeah, can't redacted.
Oh, you you have a solution? Okay.
Yeah,
we have an idea.
Good questions.
You are asking good questions. This is the big problem we're trying to solve. So
okay.
Yeah. But
okay, no,
I think every, like, who knows? We think we have an insight that is unique and will move not just CETS, but hopefully a lot of other projects will see it and be able to adapt it forward.
You're moving to Aptos. Is that the solution?
We're gonna bridge to Polygon. We heard the
do you believe in this like multi-chain meta?
I'll share this. I don't know if I've ever shared this, but when I took over CETS, Polygon was in my DMs offering a small grant for us to bridge. So,
no way, dude.
Yeah. I said if 3 million, and I'll think about it. And they obviously said no. I don't know where I got that 3 million number from. I heard they pay 3 million.
Yeah, exactly.
They offered us a much smaller number. So
it's $300. The whole money was gone already.
Dinner and some beer.
But do you believe in this multi-chain? Like, do you think it will be like if the multi-chain meta take off? Like, is that going to be good for NFT project where like you have a liquidity movement on our collection, and like everyone is going to buy everything because you will have like Bitcoin liquidity and ETH liquidity buying Solana project without touching Phantom?
When you say multi-chain, you just mean the ability
layer zero, like
purchase regardless of what chain you're on.
No, exactly.
I mean, I think like anything that expands the buyer pool is like a net positive. It also, though, like there's a very different like level of competition between ETH projects and Sol projects and Ordinal projects. Like there's a different level of competency and execution. And so like, if you're not prepared to compete, because that's the other thing it does, right? It expands the buyer pool. It also puts everybody in the same league. And so we'll start to see who's able to survive in that landscape. Yeah. So
it's going to be interesting. Okay. You know what? I think I can. Oh yeah, no, it's on my other computer. Fuck. I could have buy live. How can I do that?
That's all right.
I would be okay. Like I will do after the stream. I'm hyped, bro. I'm hyped. I made a mistake. Okay, no, I lost. I think I probably lost Tensor on my flip. So let's get back to it and then pump the floor. So it can be break even. Let's go. Okay, no, that's cool. I like, honestly, bro, like that's why I like doing podcasts and stuff, because again, you talk to founders, you get that thesis and vision, and then if you align, then you can join the community based on like real like argument and thesis and stuff. that's why I like that's the purpose of Decod3rs.
Appreciate you a lot, Vince. Yeah, thanks for having us.
That's okay. There is some special.
There we are.
Yeah, see, that's it. Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Yeah.
But no,
Yeah.
it's pretty cool. Again, like you have a banger community and stuff, and like with this alignment with like creators and like this creator meta, I think it can be huge, like 100%, because you put more eyes on your project. And exactly like what you said, like you're increasing like the buyer pool by having more hype on the timeline and stuff. So it's cool. But like, do you have any other like product that you want to build or like something? Yeah. What's missing right now in like your product lineup that you want to fix?
Let's save that for the next podcast.
Okay. Okay.
Redacted. It's redacted for now. It's redacted. And hit us up after NYC. We'll chat.
Okay. No, we're talking. Okay, that's cool. Yeah. Okay, so I'm only asking questions that are redacted. Okay, that's cool. Yeah. that's great, man. In the chat, like, how do you feel with like, if we have like any cat holders, if you have any question for Shawn and stuff, yeah, I should have asked that 10 minutes ago, but yeah, whatever. Just shoot your question, or like, how do you feel with that? Like with the cat's comeback, because it's a comeback, and honestly, like, yeah, it's a good direct, good job on the direct, bro.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. Did I forget any points you wanted to mention during the streams, or did we cover everything?
Oh, this is good, man. It's good to catch up. It's nice to, I appreciate you having us on. We've got miles to go, but.
Whenever you want, bro. Like my channel is your channel. Our channel. It's our channel. See, MQ is hype. MQ, are you going to sweep the cat's floor? That's what you want. Stick PFP. Look at this beautiful PFP. That's awesome. I love it. It's so cool. Okay, MQ, because 100%. Let's buy some cats now. We're gonna end the streams and we're gonna sweep the floor. Let's go. That's nice, awesome. So Shawn, Annie, I will see you in the all the chats again, and I will please don't go away, so I don't need to sell. Don't go anywhere. But yeah, everyone, thank you so much for joining us for that stream. Follow Shawn, follow Honey, follow the cats, but like you're already doing that, the official Twitter account. You have all of the links in the description. And yeah, everyone else, thank you for joining us. I will see you in all the chat of cats again. And see you in the next stream. Bye, everyone. See you. Peace. Peace.